All right, this your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquat that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, It's a Must to Know What Revelation 13 and 16 is talking about. Or is, that's to keep it short. Now, I got inspired to do this lesson because of the brother right here from the Real Apologias. He was making a video on, HOY and the brothers who follow their doctrine and everything like that. And, it wasn't, a video just to get on them or anything like that. But he was speaking about the importance of knowing, what certain scriptures are. And one of the things that HOY disagrees with as far as the GMS doctrine goes is they don't believe that the MOB is the microchip. All right. I believe they said that they believe it's John 3:16 or whatever the case may be. That, you got other groups saying it's sleeping with white women. And then you got other people saying there's ships for embargo or whatever. There's a lot of different things and a lot of different doctrines that's out there as far as what Revelation 13 and 16 is talking about. But at the end of the day, as far as any Israelite group that's out there goes, the main thing is this is a prophecy that everyone must acknowledge and get right at the end of the day. This is not this is not something to be playing around with. This is not something to be making a joke about, because at the end of the day, you got to remember, this is the only prophecy that will not be forgiven, man. Okay? If you make, it's not even a mistake. If you make the wrong decision on speaking about what Revelation 13 and 16 is talking about, that's going to lead to your damnation. That's it. That's it. Okay? So at the end of the day, it's going to be a lot of prophets out here that's going to lead their men and their women, their whole congregation, everybody that's watching them and believing in what they're saying. There's a lot of them that's going to lead them to the slaughter because they're not acknowledging what this really is speaking of. Okay. And, we go over this scripture over and over again. So then, people can see the bigger picture. People can see what it's actually talking about. All right. Brothers and did tons of videos on this, man. And now it's going to become clearer and clearer what it actually is. Okay, we just waiting for the day where, the dollar collapses, the economy shuts down and so forth and so on. And then you're going to see that when that time comes and they finally do this thing and they say, look, you can't buy, you can't sell, or pretty much you can't live unless you have this. That's when all of these Israelite groups is going to either scatter. A lot of these groups are going to break up, not break up, break apart. And a lot of, Israelites are going to go their own way. Like Apostle Tahar always saying, a lot of Israelites might actually want to join GMS, or they might start teaching the GMS doctrine, or a lot of them just might keep believing in what they saying is the MOB. And that's scary, man. Okay? Because at the end of the day, like I said, if you keep saying that the MOB is not the chip, you are going to die. Point blank, period, man. Okay? So this is not something that you're supposed to be playing around with. Okay, this is something that's very easy to understand. When you go into the Greek, you go into the different words, you go into charagma, you go into karax, so forth and so on. You can easily see this is something that's actually physically going to be in your body, man. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get to it. All right, let's go ahead and get to Revelation 13 and 16, because like I said, man, right now we're under grace and we're not abusing this grace. We're not sinning willfully or anything like that. But we understand that we can be forgiven for the sins that we are doing right now. But this is the thing, But this is the thing, like I said, when it comes to this specific prophecy, this is the one thing that would not be forgiven. Grace is not going to come into the picture when it comes to this. It's Revelation 13 and 16, and it says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath the understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So when you read this, you can easily see, well, you can't easily see it because a lot of people can't easily see it, but when you read this, it said it's going to go in your hand or in your forehead. And we keep going into this over and over again about what the charagma is, the digital all. Okay, there's something that's going to be inserted, point blank, period. And like I said, when you go to Revelation 14:9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Okay, because why? Because they worship the beast, they worship his image. Anybody that took the chip, man, anybody that took the chip, this is going to happen to them. Anybody out there that's saying that Revelation 13:16 is speaking about something else, you got to remember, this is going to be in the time of Jacob's trouble. We are not in Jacob's trouble yet. Okay, so when you say it's Christianity, or it's John 3:16, or it's sleeping with white men or women, or embargo, or whatever the case may be, you got to ask yourself, first of all, it says whosoever, in Revelation 13:16, it says whosoever does not do this. When we go to Revelation 15, it says, and he had powers to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So the first thing that should be popping in your mind is whoever, Esau is going to start slaying a lot of people when this is finally in full-blown status, man. In full-blown status. Okay, right now when you say things like it's Christianity and following other religions, or it's John 3:16, Esau is not killing us for doing that right now, man. Okay, Esau is literally allowing us to read these scriptures. Okay, because if he wanted to, he could, do like the book of Eli, something like that, try to get rid of all the books so then nobody could get the understanding and everything like that. But the Most High didn't set it up like that. The Most High set it up so then we can understand these scriptures in these last days. So you got to remember, he's going to kill anybody that doesn't worship his image. Okay, so now let's go to image. Let's look up image in Revelation 14. We're going to look up image in Revelation 14:9, right? Let's go to it. And this says, this is the Greek word.
Strong's G 1504, icon.
All right. And it says an image, figure, likeness, an image of the things, the heavenly things, use of the moral likeness of renewed men to the Most High, the image of the Son of the Most High, to which true Christians are transformed, is likeness not only to the heavenly body, but also to the most holy and blessed state of mind, which Christ possesses, the image of one in whom the likeness of anyone is seen, applied to a man on account of his power of command. This is a key one right here. His power of command. All right. It said applied to man on account of his power of command. Now, this is a thing where Esau is going to use his power, and he's going to make sure that everybody does this. This is going to be a command, because you got to remember, he's trying to be like the Most High. So this is pretty much one of his commandments. One of his commandments is, hey, you got to take this chip. So when this time comes, you got to remember, this is what he's going to do. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4, right? And it says, let me turn it this way. This is Revelation 6:4. And it says, and then went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And it was given unto him a great sword. So when this time comes and everything like that, Esau's going to use his blessing to make sure that everybody does this. Okay, he's going to use his sword so everybody can worship his image, worship his beast. Okay, worship his great picture, man, which is the MOB, which is the chip, man. This is what's going to come down to. Like I said, this is something that you got to make sure you understand, because if not, like I said, you're going to pretty much, you're going to be down. You're going to be down, man. It's going to be a wrap. There's no coming back from it. You know, like the apostles say and the brothers say, ain't no putting the chip inside of your hand. And then once you realize that is the MOB, then you take it out and be like, oh, I pray for no. Ain't no forgiveness, man. You should have listened. So when this time comes, this is why everybody's going to be put in temptation. Everybody's going to be put in temptation because this will be presented in front of you. Like it says, you can't buy or sell with this. And this is the main thing that I always say. How can you buy or sell with any other of these doctrines that they speaking of? You cannot buy or sell with Christianity. You can't buy or sell with embargoes or white women, so forth and so on. You cannot buy or sell with those things. You can still do that right now to this very day. Well, when this times come, what are you really going to say? How you going to be like, yeah, I can't buy or sell with the scriptures? That don't make no sense, man. So like I said, when it comes down to this and he ushers that sword, he's going to force everybody to take what? To take that chip, man. Okay. Now you look up sword in let's look up sword in a regular dictionary real quick. Now, when you look this up, it says a weapon having various forms, but consisting typically of a long, straight, or slightly curved blade, sharp edge on one or both sides, with one end pointed and the other fixed in a hilt or handle. It says this weapon as the symbol of military power, punitive justice, authority, etc. Okay. Then it says war, combat, slaughter, or violence, especially military force or aggression. All right. So the thing is that you got to understand is, when you use this sword, you look up sword, it says this is a weapon to use so you can bring justice and authority. So have we lived that time yet? Have we lived in that type of time yet where Esau literally showed the whole world his blessing, which is the sword? Did he start killing a lot of people yet for worshiping this? No, man. This hasn't happened yet. But this will happen, like I said, when the dollar collapses. It's clear as day, man. When the dollar collapses, this is why they pushing cryptocurrency and Bitcoin so hard. They're going into the digital era where everything that you do now, you know, is digital video games, digital movies, digital TV shows. You know, you get the video game systems. You know, now you get the versions where you don't need a disc anymore. So forth and so on, man. You go to the stores. You cannot use a lot of places not even taking cash or or coins anymore. Salakia. Okay, because everything is leading down that path, man. And the most I ain't gonna say precious, but the thing that's gonna be at the top as far as digital goes will be that chip. Okay, once you have that in you, that's how you'll be able to buy and sell. It's not that hard to understand, man. Just like, you know, with your credit cards and your phones and everything, all your information is on there. And then there's all kind of videos out there with people having their credit card information and their work status or whatever in that chip. And they're using it to do their everyday lives, man, you know, to move on and maneuver and do whatever they got to do. But like I said, going back to sword. OK, Esau hasn't done this yet, man. He has not done this yet. OK, he has not used his blessing to the point where everybody's looking like, damn, people are getting slaughtered because of this. OK, because you got to remember, this is going to be the way that Esau usher in his new world order. Right. And it's going to be the exact same way that Yahushua is going to do this when he ushers in his kingdom. This is Matthew 10:34. It says, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Because at the end of the day, what? Yahushua is going to come down here and do what? He's going to do a lot of killing so he can usher in his kingdom. He's going to make sure everybody is destroyed who's not right and who's wicked and who's a heathen. And he's going to make sure you all are wiped out. And he's going to bring in his kingdom. This is going to be the exact same thing that Esau is going to do when he's trying to usher in his new world order. So you got to understand what the importance is with this, man. It's like we go to Matthew 24:24. It says, for there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, They shall deceive the very elect. Now, at the end of the day, a few of us are going to understand this, man. It's going to be a lot of Israelites that's going to be saved, because at the end of the day, when this thing finally happens, a lot of people are going to see it. They're going to be like, damn, they were telling the truth. They was like, yeah, man, if I don't take this, they telling me that I can't work. They telling me that I can't go to the store. They telling me if I don't take this, I'm gonna have to be put in a FEMA camp or whatever the case may be, or go to jail and all these different things. Those times are coming, man. Okay, those times are coming. So you have to understand the importance of this, man, because like I said, if you don't get this correctly, Revelation 14 and 9 is going to be your future. And then you're going to have to come back in the kingdom as a 2/3, man. All right. So like I said, a lot of these Israelites, they're going to be led astray, man. They definitely going to be led astray because they're not understanding what this is talking about. Like I said, man, let's go to it real quick. When you go to Revelation 13 and 16, man, random, all this random stuff happening. All right, well, Revelation 13 and 16. And like I said, when you go to the word, go to the M word, as you can see, it says charagma, right? A stamp or imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead, on the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist, the mark branded upon horses, themes carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. Okay, so you got to look at that, man. Carved, sculpture, graven work. That's something that's going to be put and used to stick in you, man. Just like we go to the root word, karax. It says a pale or stake, a palisade or rampart. Pales between which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together. All you got to do is look up what is a pale, what is a stake. And then you'll see. You'll be like, oh, okay. It's something that you can actually stick something into. And then after that, you got to put things together, man. You'll be like, how can somebody tell me that I can't buy or sell or pretty much live if I don't have this pale? Okay, this stake, which is going to be, like I said, the digital all, man. The digital all. All right. You look at the videos, you look at what's out there, you look at the technology, you see what's going on, and you can easily see that the chip, man, that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be, man. And like I said, if anybody get this wrong, like I said, Revelation 14 and 9 is your faith. I mean, not your faith, but your fate. It says this, Revelation 14 and 10, it says the saints shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And why is this going to happen to you? Because you worship somebody else other than the Most High. You put all of your trust and you put all of your faith in Esau. And like I said, when these things happen, that's when a lot of people are going to realize, oh, damn, you know what? They were telling the truth. A lot of Israelites are going to say this. And then it's going to be up to them to make that heavy decision, because everything that they have learned from this day forth, or, and before, and everything like that, they're going to have to make a decision to be like, I got to relearn or rethink everything that I used to teach. Probably not everything, but at the end of the day, they're going to be thinking like that. They're going to be like, man, I got to really go back into Revelation 13. I got to go back into this. I got to go back into that. Man, I need to listen to the apostles of GMS. I need to listen to them. Listen to the brothers who spoke that doctrine, because they're correct. But then there's going to be a lot of people that's going to keep that pride, man. They're going to be like, no, we have faith. And they're going to be calling on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. What the scriptures say? It's going to be a lot of people that's going to be like, Lord, Lord, we did the work in your name. Save us. And he's going to be like, I never knew you. Why? Because you kept holding on to the doctrine that you thought was true. A lot of people gonna go out there and they're gonna take it and they're just gonna believe in what their teachers taught them. And that's gonna be, man, like I said, when the chariots come and you have that in your hand or in your forehead and the chariots come and you believe you're gonna be part of the elect and you realize you get left down here, that's gonna be something else, man. That's gonna be something else. So you got to do what you got to do, man. It's like I said, it's not that hard to understand. All you got to do is look up the words, look up what's going on. I mean, literally, it's videos on it. And not just with the brothers either. Edomites are doing videos on it, man. And even they saying that the MOB is the chip. So it is what it is, man. So, hey, like I said, either get with it or Revelation 14 will be your demise, man. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word to the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquas that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratzazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasserala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.